Hey everybody, welcome to the Bear Creek. It's a house we just finished here in Cleves, Ohio. The beautiful two-story that we have an inviting foyer, a really cool entrance with a powder room off to the side. Once again, as a Wieland tradition, we've focused a little bit more on the stairs here with this waterfall, continuous waterfall coming all the way down. The square handrail, and it opens up into, the foyer opens up into this awesome great room. One of the things I always talk to people about is everywhere you go with Wieland Builders and all of our trade partners and suppliers is each one of those folks is here to help you manage the process, help you make decisions, help you design. They're not there to sell you a light fixture or to sell you an appliance. They're there to work with you on the design and find out how you plan on decorating your house, using your house. So as we roll through the Bear Creek here, I can see some really cool light fixtures, see some really cool stone and cabinetry in combination with the windows and a very beautiful view going out this large acre site that we have here. That was a gem that they had found in Cleves. Something pretty common is how it opens up from the kitchen to the great room to the dining area. In the Bear Creek, this island is humongous. This is something that we focus on a lot of times in architecture because you have to consider all of the weight of these gigantic islands. We like to try and keep them around 10 feet because that's what your slabs are, but a lot of times we'll get into 12-foot, 14-foot islands that are 5 and 6 feet deep. This is the entertainment area. This is where everybody wants to be. But as I was saying, in all of our selection times, whenever we're talking to a Wieland customer, we're talking about the trade partners and suppliers who we work with. The representatives there are also designers. They're there to help you make decisions, not to sell you a light fixture, not to sell you an appliance, but to work with you on how your house is going to operate and what you plan on looking like. So as we go through the Bear Creek here, look at the detail on the plumbing fixtures, the detail on the appliances, the detail on the light fixtures, the fifth wall, as Lisa would call it at Lighting FX. But let's see how the cabinetry goes all the way to the ceiling. It ties in very nice. Architects, designers, and me as a builder will sit here and tell you all day long that you feel comfortable in a room and maybe you don't know why. And I think it's the height of the ceilings, the color of the walls, the lighting being the right type, how everything blends together. You don't see a mix of black and brass and white and brown. You see this beautiful gold faucets, if you will. They tie into the light fixtures, and the same thing with the cabinetry and the cabinet hardware across the kitchen. And here we are with another huge pantry and a hidden pantry. This seems to be a crowd favorite when you have guests over to your house and you see this hidden pantry. People get excited about it. But we get excited about it because when you look at a lot of kitchens now, they're a two-sided kitchen with a huge island. And the reason why that is because you have another large working pantry area that is somewhere hidden, somewhere behind the scenes. People want to have small appliances in these areas. They want it to be another working area to keep things kind of away from your guest as you're working, keeping the mess outside of the kitchen and being able to use it as a scullery or a back kitchen, so to speak. Check out that chalkboard paint that's on the back of the pantry door. We have one of these in our house, and we're always writing happy birthdays. We're writing notes to each other. You can make a grocery list on the back of it. We keep talking about making all the little things that are really cool in your house, make them personal, make them yours. Just check out these Bosch ovens, these double ovens that have a door swinging like a refrigerator door on both of them. This is something you see because it makes a lot easier access to get in and out of the oven. You can get closer to it. You're not reaching over a drawer that drops down. But I always think that when you see things like this, we should point them out. Another important part is always to have lighting is the under cabinet lighting. So you're going to have the hood light up this area, you're going to have the under cabinet light up this area, and then carry that also through to the great room and put it on your shelves and put it on your built-ins in that area. It's because when you are at night and you're using this house, it's not just for looks. It's a lot little things where when you're using the space or you're in a different room, you can just keep these lights on. We spent a lot of time focused on the front of the house, the color, the materials, the species of wood on the materials, and then the stain versus painted transition there. So when we look at this door in the mudroom, it looks like a door going out of the mudroom from here, but it ties into the elevation and balances with the front door with the arches. And then we do the decorative trim all the way around the doors. Just adds a little something extra for this house. Here we are in the laundry room slash mudroom slash dog hotel in the Bear Creek. And this house was specifically designed around these pets, around access to the backyard. But as we look through this laundry room, mudroom area, we've got a couple of spots for dog cages, kennels, so to speak. We've got areas for the washer and dryer. We've got multiple accesses to the exterior. So when they do have a pool out back, they'll be able to walk in and out of this area and access the bathroom. But there's also this automatic electric dog door that goes in and out of the back of the house. So we had to have a specific door that we knew we were ordering for that. We had to cut the hole in the door and then put the dog door inside of it. So a lot of things going on in here, but a couple other things I wanted to point out is look at this really cool backsplash. Just something that's real subtle that as the more you look at it, the more you fall in love with it. And also look at this eased edge that we have on this quartz countertop. And then just look how everything else ties together in this room. Again, it makes you feel comfortable being in here. I know the dogs will feel comfortable being in here. Welcome to the Grand Owner's Suite. There always should be something a little bit more special about your space in the house and in the master bedroom. We've done quite a bit of this. And I'll tell you the other thing, the size of the master bedrooms, the size of the bedrooms that we are designing today can be a little bit smaller because people are using less furniture in their bedroom and their closets are a heck of a lot bigger and they have a lot more storage space in here. But in this owner's suite, make sure you pay attention to the ceiling details. Again, the fifth wall, as Lisa Abraham would call it, but we're always doing different details. All of our plans have multiple pages. Just as much as we have floor plan details, we have ceiling details. And here we are in a primary bath suite. Just check this out. The acreage that's in this shower is unbelievable, but it allows it to not have a door on it. Look at this large tile that goes on the walls and on the floors in this space, so there's less grout joints, but it's also a really, really cool selection. The timeless colors and the finishes on the plumbing fixtures allows this thing to just be so cool for so long. But this also comes out and enters into one of the greatest spaces ever, and we just seem to make this like the pantry. The closets are becoming such a bigger deal to all of the Wieland Builders customers. And as you enter into this closet, you'll see what I mean about making bedrooms smaller and closets bigger. The opportunity for storage. People like to get ready all in one space, so they're not running around back and forth from a dresser in the bedroom to the closet. Everything that you need is in the closet. And another part, just every little thing that you can do in your house when you're building your house is just make little small things that you love yours. So when we think about this is not a small thing. This is a very high-end, expensive thing. Is a Toto toilet, and this thing does everything for you. Especially when you walk into the room, it will automatically raise up. Heated seat, has a bidet in it. Will clean itself, will flush itself. It does all sorts of things. And who knew, for just a commode. Pretty cool things. Even in the lower level, we still have this big 12-foot double door unit that opens to the outdoor patio. This is an under-deck space, so on the deck, the covered deck area, we used a Trex rain escape system, which means that this space that's outside in a lower level will be somewhat waterproof, so you can put can lights out there, you can entertain. So now the outside has 2 covered porch areas, but you can also open these doors up, leave this space open in the summer, winter, or not winter necessarily, but in the fall and spring times to create just another outdoor, larger living area. And with any good, cool, finished basement that we do, we have a very large, very nice guest bath in the basement, a full guest bath. And just to show you, every detail counts. As we go into the bathroom, look at the tile selection on the floor and in the bathroom, in the shower, to see that you continue with that cool design, that cool taste, the awesome shower door. Everything that goes along with this is still the same quality and caliber you see in the rest of the house. As with any custom house that we build, there's always some cool little accent rooms, whatever we do. But from early on, we were planning on a music room for these folks. And this is a sound deadening room, not necessarily soundproof. We didn't go the full boat on it, but it is a sound deadening room. And even as I stand in here and talk, you can feel it being more dense in this room. But you've got this slatted wall on the one side. This guy plays the drums. So there'll be a drum set in here, and it's also his workspace, and then it's also a future bedroom if you needed to make another bedroom in this house. So it's just really, really cool that we are in the lower level for this room. So as you come out, there's also a large entertainment area, and then something we do quite a bit is these exercise rooms. The good intentions room is what we like to call it. But this rubber floor is made, it's not soft rubber, it's a hard rubber floor for doing things. It's got a lot of grip to it, but it's also made so when the weights drop on it, when different things drop on it, it gives you a dense protection against anything happening in there. So we have an accent wall, a grid accent wall. These things are pretty simple, like what we did in the master bedroom and what we did on this wall. Pretty easily done, fairly inexpensive to do, and it just creates a really cool wall for entertainment areas and just to give you a different look besides just a painted drywall wall. The things that we did, like the slats in the music room, a little bit more expensive, a little bit more labor intensive, but just looking at little things like this you can do even in your existing house. You could do something like this to brighten up the area. Here's our large 16-foot, 12-foot, 14-foot sliding glass doors that we get from Pella, and they open up in the center, and it also has 4 panels to it, which allows a ton of light coming in and out of the house with the transom windows above. But the other thing this does is multiple times throughout the year, this is going to allow you to have an additional entertainment space that goes on with the screened-in porch. You can open those doors up, use it as part of your great room, use it as part of your breakfast area. When we have these cathedral ceilings running front to the back of the house, When we have beams in the great room, we want to continue those beams coming out to the back porch to keep it consistent, but also to make it look like it's an actual beam holding up the house. Some other cool things that we want to do is when we build a fireplace, especially a wood-burning fireplace, we want to make it a fireplace. Don't make it a little small opening in the back of the house. So this fireplace is grand. It's the center of attention when you walk out to the back porch, and it'll be able to have a real wood-burning fire in this fireplace. And then as we roll on out to, we always have a covered porch area or a screened in enclosed porch area, but then we also have an uncovered porch area, which is where the grill usually is, a built-in grill, built-in kitchen, but get a little bit of sunshine going out there, and just, you know, again, it creates that outdoor entertainment space and increases the amount of entertaining area that you have.